Hi guys, welcome to FTI. Let's go over chapter 4 and chapter 5 of the Performance Manual Volume 1. Chapter 4, the trader in the mirror. Every chart reflects the market and every trade reflects the trader. Let's read that again. Every chart reflects the market and every trader reflects and every trade reflects the trader. This means the market on its own gives you the chart. Without execution, the trade that you place in the market is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of the trader you want to become. It's a reflection of the trader you are at that moment. So you are solely responsible for every trade you make in the market. When you look in the mirror, you are seeing yourself. You're not seeing the market. So whatever your actions in the market is a reflection of you. Stop blaming the market. Look inwards. The market doesn't create you. The market does not create emotional behavior. It reveals what already exists. Trading exposes impatience, fear, discipline, and confidence. Exactly. Market doesn't come with all these things, the FOMO, the impatience, the undiscipline, the confidence, overconfidence, whatever you want to place it in. Those are the qualities you're bringing into the market. It's reflecting it back to you. So you need to build yourself in a certain way to shape yourself to confront the market every day. I don't want to become an emotional trader. I don't want to be an overconfident trader. I want to be disciplined. I want to remove fear of missing out, fear of, not placing trades all the time, fear of losing money. Those are the qualities you yourself are bringing to the market. That's why when we go back to chapter 1, building your identity first is the first one. When you build the identity, other things follow suit. You need to be self-aware. Like I said here, self-awareness is a competitive advantage. Early traders recognize when they are tired, emotional, distracted, or overconfident, allowing them to adjust before making mistakes or making mistakes that are expensive. You see that? Because in trading, it's not just a mistake. It's a mistake that comes with a bill check. It's a mistake that comes with an invoice. And remember the last chapter, it said market sends you an invoice. It doesn't send you an invoice. It bills you instantly. So whether you want it or not, there is a bill to pay. So you either pay the bills willingly and also try not to pay the bills for something twice. You're already in the class, don't pay for the class twice. Take the lessons, move on. That's how you should progress as a trader. Now, there is a middle test you should do. Every trader should ask his or herself, am I acting because the market presents an opportunity or because my emotions demand an action? Before you go into any trade, you ask yourself, why am I going into this trade? Is it because of fear of losing money? Am I afraid of not being in this trade? Or am I afraid of missing out on this trade? Or am I carrying yesterday's losses into this trade? Why am I trying to be in this trade? Is the market giving me an opportunity to be in this trade, or am I trying to scratch the itch of my emotions or fulfill my emotions? That's what you should ask yourself most of the time. Almost all the time, not even most of the time. Now I have a principle. The chapter 4 presents the principle. It said the market cannot change who you are. Remember that. The market cannot change who you are. It can reveal who you are becoming. Yes. Remember, identity. You can come into the market undisciplined, fearful, less confident, but you can change that over time. So this is why it's important to have a very good reflection. You build a system around reflections. Who am I and who am I becoming? Who am I or who do I want to become? And work towards that. I'll leave you this quote for chapter 4. It said, chart reviews opportunities, mirrors reviews character. Learn to study both. If you look into the mirror, and like I'm wearing this shirt right now, and I look into the mirror and I see, oh, there is a rumple on this shirt from the mirror. Am I going to iron the mirror? Am I going to iron the shirt? See, the mirror showed me that the shirt is rumpled. Now, what I'm going to do is iron this shirt and not iron the mirror, or even try to blame the mirror for showing me that my shirt is rumpled, showing me something I didn't see earlier on. Trading is no different. See the market as a reflection of you. Whatever it is, the wins, the losses, the emotions, everything is a reflection of you. And the good news is you can change that because it's you. You have the power and the willpower to do that. Let's go to chapter 5. Chapter 5 says, redefining success. Yes, the market rewards process long before it rewards profits. Most of us come into trading looking at the profits alone, seeing the Lambos, seeing the houses, the cash, everything, the freedom. Of course, they are attainable. But you don't know the story, the process behind all that. There has been a success before that success. So there are successes that those profit successes are the loud ones. The real success are boring. The process ones, the performance, the ones you put in the boring work to achieve, they are the boring ones. See, most people they quit the gym before they expect a visible result. It's like going to the gym and you're like when I started going to the gym, I wasn't I wasn't seeing a visible result. My muscles were not showing. Going with day after day, HRS, feeling the pain, everything. Then all of a sudden, few months, few weeks, can take years. You don't know. It just start showing itself because I've been stacking those habits for a long time. Same goes to trading. You stack the performance, the results will eventually show. Even when they are delayed, they eventually show up. And also remember, success is not linear. It's never a straight line. Success is never a straight line. Trading progress is rarely a straight line. It's a staircase of learning, setbacks, growth, and consistency. So you go a bit up, you fall down. You learn your lessons. You know that I'm not going to repeat these lessons. You go. Like I had this. Let me give you guys a story. One time, I had this epiphany one time where I learned that. I mean, this is in general, not even about trading. That when I started a certain thing in my life, going up, I had zero knowledge of what I was doing. But I went to starting further up with what I know then. Yeah, I hit a setback or hit a wall, then I fall back. Now, when I started at point A, when I started at point A initially, I was a different person then who moved from A to B. But yes, I've fallen back to A from B to A. Like I've fallen back, but I'm also a different person. So now I'm not starting afresh. And most people they think I'm starting afresh. No, you're not starting afresh. You're starting with more knowledge, with more arsenal, with more things than before. So that's why I say success is not linear. You can be at a certain point in your life, maybe you've achieved a certain level and you're falling back and you think, oh, you are starting afresh. No, you're not. You are still successful. You're starting on a different ball knowledge. That's how I see it. So you need to define success more often. There are three stages of success or three definitions of success when it comes to there are three stages or three definitions of success when it comes to trading. Success can be defined in three stages: behavioral success, performance success, and financial success. Profit is the final outcome, not the starting objective. Listen to that again. Profit is the final outcome, not the starting objective. So the profit success has been showing itself. Those are the ones people see. The ones you yourself have known for years are the behavioral and performance success. What are the systems that process and things that went into this for you to become this successful, or for the louder success to show itself? Because remember, the profit success are the loud ones. The behavioral, the performance are the boring ones. And which are the most important? The two first stages. Because you need to win your. There is a Stoic saying: you need to conquer self first. You conquer thyself, which is conquering inner battles of yourself before you can conquer the outward. So same goes to trading. Behavioral success and performance success over the profit success. Yes, profit success like they're definitely they're definitely a guarantee if you fix the first two. It comes. I don't think there has been a case study where you fix the first two and you don't get the last one. So most people start from the last one, they end up trying to fix the first two. Yes, you can still have an identity change. Remember that identity change. That is what you should hold on to as a trader. Your identity can be changed. This is who I am. This is who I want to be, and this is who I'm becoming. You can change. That's a good thing. And remember the compound effect, like we mentioned in chapter 2. The compound effect says small improvements in patient preparation, risk management, and emotional control compounds into extraordinary long-term performance. The little things you do in trading are the ones that will compound over time and give you that loud success we all want. Of course, we all want that. We want people to look at us and say, oh, yeah, we are successful. Of course, we want that. But also, you need to win the inner success, the small ones. Once you win all that, the loud success, whatever it attracts, won't attract you that much. Then you need to journal your success. Remember, listen, there is a success journal. Each day you write, on the beginning of the sentence, you say, today I was successful because I did this. Or today I was successful because I followed my trading system. Today I was successful because I was disciplined. Today I was successful because I followed my rules. Not I was successful because I hated to sell P&Ls or I hated to sell P&Ls. You can still have a red day and be successful and still mark it as a successful day. To start having that mindset of a success journal where you follow a certain rule because trading can you can still follow all these rules and still have a red day. There are still things beyond your control in the market. You can be in a trade and Trump will tweet something, or there is a political issue somewhere, or there's a war starting off. Anything can happen to send the price the other direction of your trade. But what you can do over time, what you can control, is how you react. So your system, your behaviors in the market matters more than the P&Ls. Build your systems. Now you have a success journal. I can have it ready and say, today I am successful because I followed my rules. Today I am successful because uh, you know I was disciplined enough. I was patient enough, etc. and etc. I'll leave this with you. Probability arrives quietly after months of disciplined behavior. Sorry, profitability, not probability. Profitability arrives after months of disciplined behavior, long before your account changed. You changed. Listen to that again. Long before your account balance changed, you changed. There is no way, ask any professional trader, the successful was, there is no way they didn't change along the way in their journey before their did our success. The ones we all see, the profits, the P&Ls, the $1 million days, they themselves changed. Something changed in them before that big change came. The other ones. So profitability arrives quietly. Months, even years months of disciplined behavior. Profit is the applause, and discipline is the performance, of course. So as a beginner trader, if you're coming into trading, if you're someone who is already in trading, have a reflection, go back, build a discipline, have a disciplined performance. The profits, the applause that you're looking for, that you're chasing, will eventually come. Like we said in chapter 2, profit is the byproduct of all the performance. You stick to that, you're going to have the best trading career. See you guys in the next chapter. And don't forget, if you want the full ebook, use the link, or you go to my Instagram or one of my links or one of my social medias, you go through the links and click on the book and get the full ebook so that you can, because this is not just a book, it's also a manual. You can follow the lessons there, you can follow the instructions, you can follow the journaling patterns so that you can, you know, go through them each time. You can also refer to them whenever you need a reminder of something. All right, see you guys in the next chapter.